Today we get to talk about a very interesting subject. It's called church hurt. I personally grew up in church and also was involved as a volunteer, spent some time in full-time ministry. Now I have to admit, serving in several different capacities, I always offered 100% loyalty, and there's a few times where that loyalty didn't always come back down the pike. The loyalty went up, but sometimes the loyalty did not come back. And there's been times when we've been involved in churches where we've been side-by-side people, hunting with them, going out with them, and then when it was getting close to a time of transition to leave, it's almost like they didn't know how to handle that. They didn't know how to make that. It was a positive step in our life, but somehow it had to become a negative thing. And people began to say things. We just felt that tension. We were following God's will to move on, but then we actually felt like we did something wrong. And when people that you serve beside is stopped talking to you and started talking about you, it's tough because you want to lash out, you want to respond. But then sometimes it's just moving on and then putting it behind you is what needs to happen. Hurt people tend to hurt people. I know one time my dad was backing into our driveway and our dog went and sat down in front of his tire and he kind of ran over the corner of his hip. And I went to help the dog and the dog actually nipped at me even though I was there to help it. And sometimes people will do that. They lock themselves in, but the most important thing is that we don't allow those things to separate us, but allow things to bring us together. Because nobody wants to be hurt, and if you call said and done, nobody really wants to hurt anybody else. Tensions come up, and people lash out, and people say things, people do things, and it's not right. But God is our strength, and God is our healer through it. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever you've been through in the past, don't hold on to it.